Well, hello, and welcome back to my oil painting studio and my painting for 99 pieces at Access Gallery. In the last video of this painting session, I darkened the background a bit in the red, give it kind of this depth. And what I want to do now, well, I'm going to come in and just touch up the green a little bit, add some highlights. But I also want to let a little bit of highlights back into the background in some places. So that is our goal. So I'm going to try a couple things here and see how I like it. The background is Chinese lake orange and alizarin crimson mostly, with other colors mixed in. I put a cool violet white in that I really like, the kind of cloudy, cooler color there. This is the Chinese lake orange, and I just want to add a little bit of orange in here to warm this up. It'll be really, really subtle. Let's see how that looks. Now I have to be careful because I just used ultramarine violet, which is a purple blue, in the shadows. And here's your color theory quiz. Are those opposites on the color wheel, orange and blue? The answer is yes. So I need to be very careful that I don't mix those together. I'm going to end up with very nice brown color, which wouldn't really go with this painting that well. I think the orange gives it kind of a bit of a feel of fire. It's glowing. And I'm just going to blend this very, very softly. It's kind of hard to even see on the surface. I have to kind of look to the side and see more of the sheen. See where it is. It's very subtle. Yeah, see how it kind of glows in there? So tasty. Okay. Dare I go a little lighter and use the cadmium yellow? Actually, it's cadmium yellow deep. I just love it. It's so beautiful and buttery and sunflower colored. So tasty. Let's see here. This will be too bright. I'll blend it in with the orange so it'll smear a bit, but give a little bit of a highlight. Some of this. And again, there's some really, really subtle texture up in here in all these spaces that I built up through all those layers. So if you wonder why there's so many videos, it's because that's how many layers it took me. Not saying it's right or wrong. Not saying I couldn't have left some out. Just saying that's what happened. I've discussed in several of my videos that I kind of lean towards experimentation and creativity rather than execution from beginning to end efficiently. If anything, I think that pressure of efficiency can inhibit creativity, which is again why it's so important. Now, again, some people might disagree with that too and say that they need a deadline. I've heard that's an ADHD thing at times. Working at the last minute, that creative crunch for some people. I think I probably fall into that I do well under pressure, but I don't think it's good for me and I don't really enjoy it. And as I get older, I just really want to do more things I enjoy and less things that feel like work. I don't mind working. This is work. I have no problem doing that. I just really want it to be things that feel like I'm using my time well. Okay, so a little bit of yellow and orange in there. It did brighten it up, I think. In fact, I think I'm going to go a step further here and add a teeny tiny bit of white to really make it pop. Isn't that yellow? It's going to be really bright, so I will blend it a bit. But again, I like the effect of blending on the surface rather than on the palette too much, because you get these happy little things that happen on the surface that I just could never plan for. I mean, I do learn from them. I learn and go, oh, well, that was cool. I'll have to remember that next time type of thing. So I can repeat. Oh, I like that. So I can repeat in an effect. And a lot of times that generates ideas for painting. Just I try something and I really like it, so I do a whole painting with that technique just to kind of experiment. I've had a couple really quick, fun, really cool paintings come out of that process. So again, a little bit of like a scientific experimentation at times. Artists are scientists too, in a way. It's just a different end goal and a different process for sure. And again, it depends on the artist too. Okay, so the little white bits kind of brightened it up a bit. Oh, I took a short break from the last layer that I did. I did a little work in the background. I had a little orange, yellow, and white to brighten it up. And what I need to do now is do the final highlights on the green. And if you've watched these videos, you know how much I have struggled with the green color. It's actually not a color I use a lot because I do abstract work and it always kind of feels like nature to me. Anyways, I'll skip the long explanation. I'm going to try a little lemon yellow on this just to see if I can. The effect I want is things that are closer to be a bit brighter. Oh, that's nice, and it kind of warms up to match the background a bit. Because I used a lot of viridian and purple to cool the green bits down. Okay, I like this. Yeah, woo, pretty. I like what it's doing. And again, very, very minimal. I'm not covering the whole surface like I did in previous layers. This is very, very minor, final little bits. I am overall happy with the composition and the forms. Wow, that really pops. Kind of lemony green against the purpley dark red background. I like it. We're getting what we wanted. Just warms it up enough. I think I'm going to have to switch to a smaller brush though. I'm going to regret it. Pretty pretty. Okay, let me get a smaller. Okay, a little tinier filbert. Gotta stay in the lines. Now the areas where I used the white, the yellow is going to come through a little bit more because it has that neutral background, the light background, where it's not going to be as bright on the green areas. I'm going to need even a smaller brush for some of these. Needs to be just right. Okay, and now I'm going to come in with my little tiny chisel blender to get some of these smaller little strands. You can't really always see it in the video, but I'm steadying my arm on my leg or on my palette box. Take a deep breath for this really fine work. Really pretty colors up here. Okay, I think I'm going to blend that. Okay, that's too big and fuzzy. I need this teeny tiny little chisel blender. We gotta stay in the lines here. I like how this has turned out. Again, this is for their charity show, fundraising show. They're a nonprofit. Access Gallery, I haven't mentioned this in a while. They're a local art gallery and studio now here in Denver. I volunteer there once a week and hang out with artists in the studio. It's for disabled artists, adults, and absolutely love that place. Some incredibly talented people and just fun to hang out with. And they inspire me and push me and make me try things, and I just genuinely like being down there. So the 99 Pieces show is every fall, and every artist gets a 10 by 10 inch masonite panel, and each one I believe is $99, and then most of the proceeds go to the gallery. So all right, quick break. I'm going to step away and look at this, and then we'll come back and do a bit more.